Hey folks, Quilly18 here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play RimWorld. We're in Tiny Town, and last episode we survived a very brutal attack on our base that destroyed like half of it. But we are just about back on our feet over here. We're about to seal in our kill zone properly again, which is good, although that's not that helpful until we seal in over here. I mean, we are going to build this wall here too, but that's actually less important to have that up. I think I'm going to turn my attention to the south at this point. We are building blocks once more. We're prioritizing construction of sandstone blocks. So I will be using that to fill this gap. And we will be replacing, especially the outer wall, with sandstone, or maybe just doubling it up with sandstone. I might leave the inner wooden walls up until they get, destroyed by something, various. But for now, we'll get that sealed up again. We just got the geothermal set up at the end of last episode, which is really quite wonderful. A little shy on our, well, I was going to say proper bedrooms. I don't know if this should count as proper bedrooms, but overall, not too bad. And yes, we are lacking a joy source, so let's get a little bit of that up. Horseshoe pin, very easy to build. And I am going to go ahead and rebuild where it was already before, our little chess table over here. But eventually we will. I think I'm going to make a fun room right over here. But not yet. We've got other priorities. We've got to, like, reset up everything. I gotta get cooking going on again. Speaking of cooking, Cam is sleeping. Could you prioritize making a meal for us? Because everyone's just eating raw food right now, and they're probably going to get a bunch of food poisoning, and that's going to be pretty miserable. I hate that we lost our cleaning bot in the fire. Oh, well. But seriously, though, we do need to get things cleaned up again. Maybe, well, Mimber was set on mining duty, which is good. But I actually don't need that much mining. I think what I'm going to do is this. I may toggle the cleaning on and off. Because the cleaning can be kind of annoying because you stop whatever you're doing to go and clean one tile. But doing something like this, a big bulk cleaning, is actually a really good idea. So we're getting our meals again. That's fantastic. We're really storing the meals in here as a priority. This storage, oh, it's normal. They're both normal because they used to both be air conditioned. I'm going to make this preferred for meals and raw food and stuff like that. Yeah. And manufactured includes some medicine and drug. Excellent. So now you're putting them there. Good. Okay. Excellent. And then eventually someone will go and haul this over to there, which is going to be good. Actually, Gray, could I get you to prioritize doing that? I mean, someone will probably eat them first, but a combat supplier. Interesting. Now, one of the things is we had... Oh, a party. Sure. You know what? We could probably use the mood boost. I mean, we could also use the productivity, but one of the attackers had a charge rifle, did they not? I'm thinking that was one of the ones that got away, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, that's actually really unfortunate. We got the medicine out there, too. You're going for a walk. Could I get you to haul this medicine in? Thanks. I don't want to go bad out there. That would be pretty bad. So we got lots of wood in here. We've got lots of steel on the map, but someone does have to haul it into the base at some point. Mine. Still, like, I think before the attack, I was talking about putting everyone on a massive, like, mining duty so that we could just, like, do this in bulk really quickly. Party has finished. Yeah, we still have a major break risk. Who's that? Cam. Why so unhappy, dude? Very joy deprived, very ugly environment. Yeah, it is very dirty. And we still don't have our joy buildings up yet. And our construction is mostly concerned with putting up walls and stuff right now, which isn't a bad thing, honestly. But maybe Klindos, I'm going to get you to encourage working on the horseshoe pins. Oh yeah, you bring wood to all the things. There you go. So now we've got some joy options up. All right, Rob, why don't you give a chat to the combat supplier over here and see what we might be able to do. We still use most of our silver for the flooring there. Boomalopes and Panthers, no. Pemmican, I don't feel like we need to buy that. I'll keep the herbal meds for now. I'm going to sell the shoddy club. Keep the weapons around. Heavy SMG is going to be quite nice, actually. I guess that's about it. And what I'm going to do, because otherwise I have a really hard time finding it, I was going to put like a dedicated weapon storage somewhere. I don't know if that's the place for it. I think I'm going to put it down here. So let me go and get a zone, stockpile zone, right here. And I'm going to set this to be clear all critical priority place for weapons. There we go. Makes it a lot easier for me to spot them and keep things organized that way. Clindo's going to work on the chest table. Mimber's doing some cleaning. We still have to rebuild the wall there. But it's not as critical. I mean, this defense works. Even without having a wall there. People might rush through, but most likely they're still going to stop and actually attack that stuff. So this is all sealed in, which is great. Blocks are being made, which is wonderful. Speaking of, though, you need to haul the blocks out of there. Hopefully we'll get that done at some point. I mean, Gray's got lots of important things to haul. And, oh yeah, we're deconstructing these walls for blocks, which I'm kind of okay with. I mean, it's got something that we want to do at some point. It's some free blocks. I mean, we've gotten some blocks, but more is better. So yeah, I think that's okay. I think we can sandstone that, except I'm going to put a wooden door right there. We do have auto door tech. Is it time to start that? Maybe, I'm not sure. Also want a lamp in here to illuminate the chest table. You guys are there, which is fine. Floors, etc., etc. That's all good. Oh, over here, I can probably go and set up the wooden doors and follow that up with the proper beds over here for our colonist. And I do want them to be at least good quality, which should be pretty easy to do. I just don't want someone to get a bad roll and end up with a poor bed or something like that. There we are. Let's get these beds reconstructed, then I can make this a prisoner bedroom again. Not that we took any prisoners last time, which is quite surprising. Everyone just died. Despite the fact that my people were in chaos. It was actually kind of surprising. Alright, looting that. Oh, yeah, even then, like, during the night, we do not produce enough electricity. It's kind of crazy. Lots of metal scraps all over. It'd be nice to start smelting that down, actually. Do we have that technology? I don't think we do. No, no. No, we don't. We don't have the ability to smelt the steel slag chunks, but at some point we will want something like that. Since the power situation is still a little bit rough, it might be a good idea to prioritize getting the steam geyser up over here. We should have the material for it, but I don't know. I mean, during the day our batteries do charge up, so we're probably okay. And I don't have very many batteries. I literally think I only have 2 right now with the damage, and that doesn't make me feel especially safe. But do I want to spend the material building batteries? Actually, it's probably a good idea. Yeah, let me go and do that. And specifically, I'm going to be putting the batteries, like, yeah, in these corners here, where these plants won't grow very quickly because they're kind of out of reach of the light. They do have a little bit of light, but not as much, so it becomes a good place to stick those batteries. And we've got power that runs all over there. Yes, we do. Excellent. And also, one of the most sensitive places to lose power is in the places where we're growing the plants, because they'll go into the darkness, so having the batteries nearby is helpful. Another good place for a battery may actually be in our food stockpile. And I may actually build a couple over there, because it'll increase the odds that we'll keep the cooler running if one of the power connections gets broken. Member's still doing a lot of cleaning, dealing with a lot of ugly environment. I don't think the steel slag chunks is helping that at all. Do we store the... yeah, all chunks, so eventually they'll get moved over there if we've got enough hauling happening. And that's mostly Grayon's job. Hauling stuff to the battery, which is fine. We need a manager's desk at some point. Not necessarily the highest priority, because I don't think we need any hunting right now. Oh, you're having a hard time building that bed. There we go. Might not help that there's not much light. I bet you that influences the odds of success of building a good one. Okay. Good. I do want to rebuild the dining tables and all kinds of things. We also have to do some repair at some point, but I don't know. So cleaning's still going on. You're still doing some stone cutting, which I'm quite happy about because we are going to need that. That's all sealed in. That's got that. Good. And we will be using, like I used some wood internally here just because we had it and we didn't have the blocks, but I will be going almost exclusively with blocks going forward. I just don't know if I want to queue up any building right now. You know what? You can cancel this deconstruction. It's fine. I'll get you to finish that because it's okay. But deconstructing is not super fast, and it doesn't give us a ton of blocks. So if we're not desperate for some, we're okay. So sandstone walls. And then a door here, I guess. Yeah, that seems fine. We don't have the cooler here anymore, but that's okay. We don't actually need that. This room is not super duper hot. It does count as being unroofed though because of this spot over here. So I may still want to go and like rebuild the structure that we had. Something like this. And then... yeah, like that. Even if I just turn that off. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to, again, only trigger if it's above 30. So basically, it's going to be mostly off or idle all the time. It uses like 20 megawatts or something like that when it's not active. Oh, really? This door? Why is that gone? Maybe it never got finished. Yeah, I might have canceled the door actually when I canceled the floor. That's entirely possible. This statue is actually going to be in a bad place when we do get our little medical scanners. It's not really hurting now, but I think I'm going to do that anyway, just because it's fine. It was bothering me right then. It's not like it was important, but it was important to me. I still want to do something about the flooring here. Not that this defenses has really come into play so far. Man, that was brutal. It goes to show you, even though we're on feebly chillax, right? We got more time in between things, which thank God here, because on normal, the normal play difficulty, I would have never been able to replace this base before the next disaster. But the attack was very aggressive and very effective. Also, weirdly, because there were like fewer things happening, we didn't get as much of an opportunity to pick up a bunch of weapons to equip our people, which is kind of odd. Grayan, you are participating in that construction. I'm going to get you to not do that anymore and focus on hauling. I'm going to turn off your repair as well. Even though you do actually have a good amount of skill in these things. And Rob, I'll bring that to like a 4. Yeah, maybe I'll do the same thing over here, just in case there's some idleness, but probably not. That way Gray is going to go back to prioritizing hauling, which is good. We don't want to fall behind in the hauling. Man, so sad we don't have our hauling bot, or a cleaning bot anymore. Member, still doing some cleaning, although... no, now you're digging. Good. I think that's a good sign that most of the cleaning is done. So I'm going to turn that off for now. And what we'll do is we'll just turn it off later to do a bulk cleaning job. I'm not going to worry about every little piece of dirt that shows up. Okay, this I'm going to reset to be a prisoner room. Yes. Oh yeah, they'll lose ownership of beds. Yeah, that's fine. They can go and sleep in these beds instead. Honestly, this is not a very pretty room, so if they'd gone over here to pray or meditate or something, it would not have been fantastic. We don't have any meals. How come? Cam is probably dealing with growing more than cooking. Which I guess is fine? We really do need some meals, though. Listen, Cam, I'm going to force you to get up and cook some meals. I don't want people eating a bunch of raw food. Thank you. It's kind of inconvenient you're putting the big meals at the back. I'm going to drop this storage. Okay, you're on preferred, which is great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete a zone right there. Make a new stockpile zone there. This is going to be the important meals. There you go. So you don't have to walk quite as far because you'll dump the meals there. I think that's going to optimize things a fair bit. Good. And Gray's going to go and haul things to stockpiles, which is all very good. Feels weird that this room is so dark. We do have a gun sitting around over there and some body armor. Okay, so we do have some more weaponry, which is nice to see. So you've got that. You've only got a pistol, and you actually have good shooting skill. I'm going to get you to equip the SMG. Lovely. Major burst risk. Cam, come on, buddy. Urgently hungry. Well, tell you what. I'm going to reset you. There you go. So you'll just consume the meal. You're going to eat it on the floor, though. We'll have to get a proper table up and running. Perhaps now, actually. You know what? That's probably okay. We don't have any, like, high priority construction happening anymore. So let's get you set up there, and then dining. And, again, let's make sure they're at least good. Not going to hold out for art pieces or anything like that. Can I, like, select all these and do this? Oh, that's handy. Excellent. We'll do that, and we'll get you a light in here. Because it feels miserable to be so dark. So I'll get a dining room up and running once more. We don't have a research lab, but that's okay, because actually we're using Mimber to do mining right now rather than research. Sleep, except Rob. who's going to be helping prep some stuff over here, which is good. I don't think Rob will do the final construction, because the quality build mod makes it so the best constructor actually handles it. But you can still do a lot of hauling and helping. There you go. Klindos is actually going to do the production over here. I'm actually going to get you to prioritize doing the table in a second. I'll get the chair first. I think that's fair. But yeah, prioritize building the table. Excellent. Oh, but it wasn't good enough. It was only normal quality. And yeah, I'll hold out to at least good, because I have a lot of faith that Klindos can do it. But now they don't have to eat on the floor or in the dark. Okay, we got those going. You're hauling some wood in there, which is great and lovely. We still have tons of food. I don't have to start hunting. It's not like we can make fine meals anyway. We still don't have anyone. We have one person with passion for cooking, that's right, but it's kind of inconvenient. But still, I think that our cook will probably be able to start doing it soon. We have a single visitor from the Biko of the Mountain. Who actually don't like us right now. They're not hostile, but we're definitely not going to go and try to recruit you. We're going to send Rob out to trade with you in a moment. You probably don't have a lot because you're solo, so you're not carrying tons and tons of good. But we'll see what we can do. All right, Rob, go talk to Grasshopper. So Cam, you are... Why are you doing dumping jobs as opposed to cooking? Oh, your hauling was enabled higher. Hold on, that's the problem with Cam. My bad, dude. No, cook. Cook and grow. Excellent. Rob's trying to chase down this grasshopper, dude. There we go. Took a while. I'm gonna... Well, we don't have enough weapons to keep everyone armed, so I'm not going to sell the pistol yet. We'll sell the plasteel club, which is worth a lot, actually. And you still have a little bit of silver left. I think we're going to sell you a few joints. There we go. Something like that. 4,500 for some jeans. Nope, not yet. So we'll do that. We're improving relations, which is quite nice. You're chilling out. You've got a guest room, which is lovely. Right, so, Rob, you've got that. You've only got the pistol. You're not a brawler, are you? No, you're not a brawler. Oh, you're not armed at all. And you've got a good shooting skill. Great. Go ahead and equip that. Thanks, buddy. Eat your meal. And then what I'm going to get you to do is haul the alloy vest. Because once it's in the stockpile, someone will equip it. In fact, Gray equipped it right away. Lovely. Because, yeah, they only auto-equip clothes that's in a stockpile. Which is, I don't know, good and bad. It's like sometimes it would be handier if you were willing to haul other things, or wear things that were just lying on the ground somewhere on the map. It would actually save us a fair amount of effort. Alright, so you're hauling all these stone, which is a good job. You know, it's something that we want to have happen. Feels like I would like a lot more hauling going on, but I don't want to take anyone else away from their really important jobs, honestly. Like, really. Everyone's doing some pretty legit work here. We need a hauling bot. Or just a few more recruits. Remember, what's going on here? Oh, resting. Looked like your background color was a bit odd. But I guess it's because I just seen the blue name over here. And in comparison, Mimber's name seemed a little bit weird. Oh, right. You need to make sure to only trigger 31 degrees or above. Much, much more efficient. It's still dumping temp in here. Yeah, 29 degrees. I realize this is a very dumb setup. I totally realize it. Absolutely insane. What I should do, actually, is dig out a little tunnel here so that the cooler is actually dumping outside. And I should probably do that. Maybe now, actually. Let's do that. Left us some smoke leaf joints. Are those the ones we just sold to him? It may be, actually. Oh, well, we can resell it. They like our hospitality. Still don't like us enough for us to be able to recruit safely, but that's going to be okay. Mimber is still asleep. There you go. You're going to wake up, consume a simple meal, which is fine. I'm going to let you do that. You got food poisoning. That's unfortunate. You're going to dig it in the sandstone. Excellent. So you're going to do that. We're going to make sure that we're running power into this room. Psychic drone. All females. How many do we have? 1, 2. So I think we've got a 50-50 split. Teenage male, really? Yeah, 50-50 split. So half of us are very miserable right now. Alright, so yes, we'll set the cooler this way. And we may actually turn this one off at that point. Much, much more sensible. Still good to have the temperature control over here in case there's a heat wave. We're pretty, like, warm or cold climates, so that's less likely. But but it's not bad. In fact, I probably want to get a heater in here. I used to have one in here as well, because otherwise people in the bedrooms feel that they're cold all the time. Well, these guys won't. It's going to be sick warm there. Clindos, you're smoothing the floor. I'm going to get you to prioritize. Oh, it's already reserved. Okay, that's fine. And honestly, smoothing that floor is okay. It's not the most critical thing, but the fact that you're on smoothing means actually we got pretty far ahead of our construction queue, which is nice. It might even be time for us to get those plants back, and I think that's indeed going to be the case. Which is where? Furniture? Plant pot. Boop, 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 boop. And yeah, I'll just keep them out of wood. That's fine. Get all those up. Now we're even starting to do a little bit of repairing jobs. Very good. So we'll get some beautification. You're hauling components. I mean, it should do an actual... Well, do you really literally never do hauling, Clindos? You literally never do hauling. Because I would like you to haul more than one component at a time. Or I guess you're grabbing two. But yeah, it's very inefficient. I'm going to get Gray to haul these components into the base. So we have a good chunk of them. But yeah, we're behind on our hauling. It makes me a little unhappy because it's not as efficient. But, I mean, we're starting to clear this stuff out. Maybe I should actually force Gray to haul more things from outside the base. So the food poisoning probably comes from cooking when things weren't particularly clean. They're there. So you're going to do that. This one, I'm only going to get you to kick in if the temperature in there gets, say, above 4. 4 degrees is, I think, like +4 is about where you put your refrigerator. So if this is not cold enough to be a refrigerator, then you'll run the heating over here. But otherwise, this one's the main job to do that. And that's going to be okay. So it'll help out from time to time if something really weird happens. Okay. Ah, man, our bases... I mean, there's still a lot of repair to do. There's still a lot of things to do. But things are definitely, you know, bouncing back. So now it's time for the next disaster. Oh, okay, I thought that was the next disaster. No, it's just summertime. Which is okay. Planting is good. We've got our Devil Strand coming up. We need to rebuild basically all of our industries. But we'll get there. I mean, we got the crafting spot for our weed, and we've got our electric stove. And that's not bad. Oh, simple meals. I don't think it matters because things weren't turned on. But I'm going to make sure that only people who say cooking skill of 4 or above actually cook the simple meals. I don't think it matters because no one else had cooking turned on, but it's always a good idea. Now, what do I have over here? I had the butcher's table. Yeah, it's important to reset that before I forget about it. No hunting will happen before the butcher's table is set up. Not that I have hunting enabled. And I guess I'll go ahead and set up the manager's desk as well. We can get that going up again. And that'll be okay. I don't think we need a light over here, but it's going to feel weird if it's dark. Actually, let me cancel that. I'm going to put the light a little offset because that actually might be a good place for another production table of some kind. A little crowded, but it's not like it's an ugly area over here. You know, it's got good flooring, got some dirt. Actually, that's actual dirt. It means it's never been floored. Yeah, look at that. So you're running that. Temperature in here is good. Excellent. What's all the sparkles? Is that just like particles from the repair stuff? Oh, yeah. I've never noticed that before. Very sparky. Maybe you don't really notice it as much outside, but maybe like the lighting levels in here are sufficient that you really notice. I didn't realize they could go on top of a desk to do some of that work. It's quite handy. And yeah, repair that up. I don't know if unrepaired walls are ugly. No. There's a lot of dirt going around though that's got to be cleaned again. God, I miss cleaning bot. So Mimber, I'm gonna get you to get started on that again. See, and then right away you start cleaning dirt, but that's okay. That's all right. So Gray, you're relaxing socially. I'm gonna get you to grab like a bunch of the steel over here and bring it into the base because it'll save our constructors some more meaningful effort. And yeah, we're gonna start putting down some more of our production centers soon. You're hauling 75 steel, perfect, beautiful. Happy we didn't actually lose the plasteel that was here. I was very lucky. Slag chunks, lots of blocks going around. And yeah, what I might do at this point is actually, maybe instead of doing it forever, I will go and say do until you have X. And 1,000 should be fine. and restart at 500. That's going to be okay. And then, yeah, start the other stone blocks. It's going to be convenient because they're close, so that's going to be okay. Do that. Oh, it just checks. Oh, that's interesting. It's not filtered by type here for the job start and restart. There is a mod that splits the stone blocks into subtypes, which actually may prove handy for that sort of thing. But that's okay. The important thing is we've got lots of blocks right now. I might want to double up on this wall since there's a lot of actual just wood exposed here. It's not a bad idea. But on the other hand, if we don't reset the crafting right away, right? Dutrius was doing the crafting, could get started on the art, which isn't bad. That's okay, because Rob's probably generally busy doing other things. I don't know. Oh, there's no art table either. So I was going to say we probably have some idleness, and that's exactly what's going on, because Dutrius can't do that many things. Here, you can help out with the occasional construct and repair if it comes up. But yeah, I guess we'll get the art table back. Which was where? Sculptor's table. That's right. I always look for art table, but it's sculptor's table. So we'll do that. We'll get you a nice comfy chair. I mean, at some point I have to rebuild the research lab. But I don't know how much I need to rush that. You know what I'm actually thinking? I'm going to go and clear out this area here. And we will be building sandstone walls here. In fact, I'll probably want to get rid of all the rough-hewn walls and replace them with like prettier walls, because there is a beauty penalty for this, for just like mined out hill stuff. So we're gonna do that. Of course, this is gonna increase the chance, I think, of a bug infestation, but I don't know. I guess we'll deal with that when we get there. Art table is up. Add a bill. Large sculptures, I think, is going to be fine. And really, I mean, I guess it's due forever. We'll just sell them. You can make it out of stone blocks. And you know what? Probably just stone blocks, actually. Yeah. I think that's fine. Should be more valuable than the wooden ones. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So the art is going to start. Now we set up more than one art table too, which is an interesting possibility, since we do have actually technically 3 pretty decent artists. Am I gonna want? You know what? I am gonna want to go and dig out this side as well. You know what? Let me just go and do that. That's gonna be okay. Because yeah, why don't we let people walk through this? Why don't I actually just deconstruct this over here? I mean, just make this a 2-wide hallway. Actually, I kind of like that. Deconstruct this. We're going to make the hallway 2 tiles wide over here. And that'll be nice, because then maybe people won't have to walk through this area as much. Not that it really hurts things, but it might lead to more dirt being dragged around. I don't think it hurts the temperature setup in here too much. But, yeah, especially with 2 heaters, although maybe we're using more energy than we need to. Still doing some repairs over there, which is all fine and dandy. And we have a visitor from Gardener's Community, which, how do they care about us? Enough, actually. How you? Okay, Too Smart, Trigger Happy. Too Smart is really inconvenient. Well, I mean, it's both good and bad. They learn faster, but they have a lower threshold for breaking. Also, you're in pain? Oh, because of the bite scar? Yeah, okay. So we're not going to go and get you recruited. You had some nice skills, though. But I think with the Too Smart, it would just actually end up being a bit too much of a problem. So yeah, we'll get that dug out. That's going to be good. I think this is a swell place for us to put in a cut, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Thanks for watching another episode of our RimWorld Tiny Town, and I'll see you guys next time.